Welcome to TNT and Dynamite Cloud Thoughts. Cheers. So how are you doing today?
Good. It's a happy Wednesday, right? Middle of the week. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Got
All
your
right.
things knocked out of the way?
Yep. Got the mom
Good.
duties knocked out. Got the gym in. Got it. How about you?
Progressive day. All right. So we were kind of discussing before about Canna moms and autism. And yeah, so if you want to elaborate on that and give your thoughts on that.
For sure. So, of course, I'm the TNT part of the TNT and Dynamite Cloud Thoughts. So what I'd like to talk about today is to just share more about like autism and weed moms and how we're kind of just like a different breed of moms altogether. Because, all moms are important, but I just feel like we should really shine a light on the things that autism moms do and how they put their strength out there and stuff like that. So
very important. I think a lot of mothers could definitely use that.
For sure. And, just like I said, we're a different breed of moms. I just think, because of maybe the higher, they say stress levels just due to, the first time they get diagnosed to the all the appointments, learning all the lingo and everything, because a lot of people have never even heard of autism until their child gets diagnosed. So there just are a lot of extra stressors and things to worry about having a kid with special needs, for sure.
And nowadays it's so just relevant in the world, doesn't it seem like it's just it's everywhere.
Yes, for sure. The percentage has gone up. Before it used to be like 1 in like 100 and something kids. I believe now it's like 1 in like 48. So wow. Yeah, it has jumped up quite a bit. So I know there's a lot of Canna, or not even Canna moms, just autism moms out there who use different means of things to handle their stress and handle the everyday life of being that type of mom, for sure.
Do you have like any ideas or any thoughts of why that is, why the numbers gone up so much?
For sure, I believe it's like environment, the food we consume, anything. I think just environment in general, the way that we're starting from the mother, that's what I think, because there's so many different forms of it, and it's just in every person. It doesn't hit a race or anything like that. It's all people, and just how I think it has to do with your environment and what you put in your body, for sure has to do with it.
Okay.
But as you can see,
what would be some coping mechanisms or ways for mothers to help because it's got to be tough. I could only imagine. I'm not a parent of an autistic child. Been around autistic children before. Actually, when I worked for the city of Barstow, I got a call out, and I went and picked up somebody had fell in a hole on the side of the road. And he was actually a grown autistic. I think he was like 22, and he had autism, but I would have never knew.
Right.
So,
and that's hopefully he had a good caretaker, a good mother, a support system to help him get to that point, where he could be independent like that and be out like that. But for sure that goes down to it goes down to just how you parent. Not everybody's perfect, and that's why it goes to using certain things to deal with that stress and not let it get to you. And because I had to learn that. I learned it the hard way, for sure, but I'm thankful for where I'm at, for the things that I learned and things like that. So
what are some ways that you cope with it? If you can help some moms out there, what are some ways that
now my main way now is cannabis, natural cannabis. Just like we'll bring up the topic, some moms use wine to unwind and calm down and be okay with what's going on. I believe that we need to make cannabis just as okay for moms to do as it is for drinking wine. Like just how you're around your kids, people drink around their kids all the time. Parties, everything like that. But the canna mom has to go around the corner or in the garage. I gotta go sneak away real quick or something like that. And I think that needs to stop making moms feel so ashamed of using plant medicine the same way that other moms use wine or even coffee or whatever they use to make it through. So for sure. So
I like that. Making it a normal thing and
yeah.
like you not hide around the corner. Yeah, great point there. Any other coping mechanisms with cannabis that you like to put, like, I guess, infuse together?
Yeah. I've learned a lot about like spiritual growth and self-awareness and things like that. So I also have gotten into using crystals for healing and just remembering to stay grounded, and also oracle cards along with the cannabis. I feel like sometimes it just connects me a little closer to myself and to spirit, to God, whatever you'd like to call it. I really feel like it's medicine, and it does help you, I'm not knocking alcohol either, because I do enjoy a drink, I do my thing. But just as far as I feel like it works with your body, whereas alcohol, it is a depressant, and it makes you feel like shit. And so under any
That's a great point.
yeah, but any influence that you're going to be under around children or family, even operating machinery, whatever, you just need to be careful,
Yeah,
and be aware
about your consumption
of how much you're consuming and when. And there's times and places, and some people, just like alcohol affects people differently, weed affects people differently. Some people makes them up, people makes them paranoid. So you just got to know your body and know what's working for you. So, but like I said, but with any substance that's going to alter your state of mind, you just got to be careful. So that's my little, what I'd like to bring to the table and share, and hopefully, build a community here with our chat, with our cloud thoughts on that. So, so
that's a great thought.
yeah, How about you, sir? What would you like to introduce or bring Dynamite into the conversation
So I'm Dynamite, and today my topic's going to be about introducing cannabis with nutrition and fitness. I mean, same thing as you were saying with alcohol. Like, I have known a ton of friends that work out and they like to party, like to drink beer, they like to take shots. Like, I also know friends that play sports or work out and they consume cannabis. Matter of fact, I worked with a guy at a military base, and he played softball, and he would tell me he was a clean guy. He liked to drink, but his whole team was full of cannabis smokers. He said he'd be the only one drinking in the parking lot, and they'd all be, cheating. So
right. Like
so
I said, everybody has their own methods.
To each their own. I think that needs to become more part of the norm, especially with like how we were talking about dosing earlier. I think finding the perfect strain for yourself is also very important, because there are different strains, and some of those can make your, the CB1 receptor act a little bit different, depending on what strain it is. So I feel like finding, like, apple fritter for me is one that I love for daily functioning. It keeps me right in the zone. I feel perfect. I feel confident. When I work out, I push myself harder than I do before. I just focus and in the zone. It really narrows my focus, and I like that.
That's good.
Same thing with nutrition. I feel like people say, like, well, if you like to drink beer, like what's the point of working out? Like, you're just throwing it all away.
Yeah, because they say it's just like it's adding those calories, right? So why are you working out to
eating healthy? Yeah, like, what's the point of doing all that if you're gonna drink? Might as well just drink and
okay.
pretty much, like that. But I
Mhm.
believe that in the long term, in the long run, taking care of your body is, because we're all human. We're gonna have addictions, like you said, coffee. Our caffeine is an addiction. Candy is an addiction. Coca-Cola is an addiction.
Yes,
So
yes,
uh,
for sure.
anything can be an addiction that your mind puts to it.
Right,
So
right. Something that makes you feel good in those moments after like stress or, hardship or, working out even. Some people, who knows? There might be some people who eat a Snickers right after their, you know, gym session. You never know. But if they have balance in what they're doing, and like you
yeah,
said, if it feels good inside your body, you know what you're doing it for. Because of course, if people are like competitive people and things like, they're gonna be more strict and more restrictive and there's those times for those. But for everyday people like me and you, and hopefully people listening and tuning in, we're moms, we have jobs, but we still want to find that balance of feeling good and knowing that in this life we're not just here to work and pay bills. We're here to enjoy it,
exactly.
and live a good life and hopefully show our kids or other people around us that we can do that. And that's, we're able to do that.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think there's a different kind of stigma. I think it's changing a little bit more, especially, in California, they call it California sober. So a lot of people are quitting actually drinking alcohol and they're going to cannabis.
Correct.
So, and
Correct.
I know a lot of places aren't drug testing for cannabis like they are for alcohol and other types of drugs. So I feel like the stigma is lightening up.
Right.
So I just, as far as fitness and nutrition, I think it still should be added in everybody's daily life. And depending on, like you said, what you're doing, like if you're an athlete, then you got to be more strict.
Absolutely.
But if we're, if you're in the working class, or if you're just working hard on your goals every day, and you want to have a little fun while you're working out, while you're eating well, after a long day, why not?
Yeah.
Why
Right. I
not?
say if you're gonna eat the cookie, enjoy the cookie while
That's right.
you're eating it, and don't be
Yeah,
killing yourself, or even if you consume cannabis, and that's what I don't want people to feel, because that's how I felt in the beginning, where it was like I knew that this was helping me, I knew that this was working for me, but I felt like I couldn't share that. I felt like it was like you said, the stigma was bad and it was just gonna be something bad. But if it's working for you, if it helps you, I feel like we should be able to share that more openly. And that helps mentally as
absolutely.
well. So you're not feeling like you gotta hide yourself, be who you are, and that
Yeah,
makes you a better person in
yeah,
general. So I think with all
exactly.
this, like, just find balance, find what balance is working for you, even like with the cards or whatever and all that, just whatever's working. Like, stay steady and consistent with it for sure.
Yeah. So you mentioned that earlier, yeah, that you were spiritual, and so why don't we go ahead and get into that? I know you're starting out your brand, TNT, that energy.
The team
Um,
energy.
I think you said before, maybe cannabis connections or crystal. How do
Yeah,
you say
crystal. Yeah, yeah, crystal and
introduce it?
cannabis connections for sure. Like
Crystal
just
cannabis connections.
yeah, I like to just share what helped me when I was in a really dark place, when I felt like I was saying, like I didn't know who I was really. I was trying all kinds of different things. Um, but I just wanted to maybe share with people that anything that makes you feel good, anything that helps you out is gonna be okay. So I'd like to share that going through with cards, with crystals. Like I said, I feel like cannabis connects me to spirit. So if you wanted to smoke with while we do that, or if you wanted to sesh while we do that before, that would be something I'd be open to, bringing to the table, something like a kind of a spiritual stoner, mom kind of thing, where we bring that all together, and just a place where you can feel safe and open to share and, bring whatever is already in you out of you to just bring your life forward and continue to grow. So,
Very nice. I
yeah.
like that. I like
And
that.
along with, and if we can combine that with the dynamite, with the nutrition and exercise, I really feel that this could be a really strong community for people just to come together, learn some things, and just
Have some
make
building blocks.
yes, building blocks to your success ladder, to what works for you and make you feel, you know, uh, open to try new things and
And I
things like
agree with that totally. And I don't, whether you believe in the cards or the crystals, or you believe in God, or you believe in the universe or energy, or whatever it is you believe in this life, I feel like you just have to have faith in that and not judge or take away from other people, and just learn from other people, because everybody has their own ways, of how they get through life. And I think that has to be more acceptable, so people don't feel like they're outs in this life, like they're in it. They're along with everybody. They're the same as everybody else. And we just got to stop being bullies. And so why don't could you do a little reading and maybe,
Sure, I would
you
love
have a
to.
stone picked out for the day?
I do actually, and that's what I would like to do. Maybe, just bring more awareness to different types of stones. There's so many, and I would love to pull a card. So if we could do that, that would be super dope,
Yeah, let's do it. And if I could say, everybody, she's done it to me before, and it's pretty awesome. It gives you some insight upon yourself. So if you guys ever need some help, definitely hit her up. TNT that energy. Yeah. So
thank you.
let's do
And
it.
along with Dynamite over there, you need information about nutrition, stretches. Man, you got me stretching my knees, got me stretching my calves, all this stuff out. Anything, he makes smoothies. He knows what he's doing. So you need that nutrition, because that's part of it, with being healthy. That's a big part of it, our nutrition. And with autism as well, they say like inflammation of the gut and everything. That's really what is a big factor in that, in communication and sensory and things like that. So that would be another topic we can bring to the table and discuss. So
Definitely. I'd love to dive in there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So let me share the cards that I use here. This is the Earth Warrior Oracle cards here.
All right.
Um, so they come here, and these are really beautiful artwork that we got going on. Today's 11, right? The 11th. Oh yeah, I want to take a puff first. Let's take a puff.
Yeah, I think we need a cloud for these thoughts.
Oh yeah, we need some cloud thoughts going on. So puffs and cheers. Here we go. Sure. And like I said, I really feel like this kind of opens you up, to feeling more, whether you feel it's your spirit guides or just your inner intuition. I just really feel like it opens you up for that. So, and it's the 111. So it's the 111. Today's a really big day for manifesting.
Today is?
Yeah, 111. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah, I think it's a great day to showcase and put our cloud thoughts out there.
Yep.
All right, so here we go. So I shuffled them 3 times, just the 111. I like to just 3 times here. So we're just gonna split the deck. I'll pick a group card here. It's number 2, which is Están Aliji. And this is Turquoise Changing Woman.
Can you put it a little bit closer so maybe you can show everybody that one?
Yeah, let me get back real quick if I can. So I'm like, I don't know, with the blur effect, it's kind of.
Oh yeah, gotcha. There it is.
Can you guys see that? We'll make sure next time we can have it a little bit bigger, but it's pretty dope. Whoop, where's she at, girl? There she is.
Yeah.
There she is. Turquoise Changing Woman. All right, and then like I said, these cards are all different types of backgrounds and cultures, and so it really just opens you up to everything that's, I feel, in our universe, and that can help you out. So here we go.
Very nice.
Go.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to read here is the beginning part. So it says, I am Turquoise Moon Mother, and I come to you now with a message of change. This may be change that you want or change that you fear, but either way, I will show you how to use your change to become stronger, wiser, and more empowered to fulfill your divine destiny. Do not fear the changes around you and within you. Trust in the timing of what is happening in your world. So I think that goes really well with what we're doing today. Just, making changes in our communities, trying to make things, more open and in sight, in plain view, and making people feel like it's okay, you know.
I think it's
Even if,
perfect starting out a brand new year as well.
absolutely, absolutely. Any changes you want to make in yourself and all that good stuff, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure. And it has so much more. Like everyone has about 2 pages. And so, if anybody ever wanted to dive deeper into that or, hear more about what that has to say, I'd love to share that with whoever's like to reach out and, learn
All right,
about the
let's get in.
changes that are coming.
I'm really excited to get into this stone. What stone you have for us today?
Oh, and the stone today. It's one that I've kind of been pulling towards all week, and it's actually one I'm wearing. It's green adventuring, actually. And I have a few pieces here that I'll share with you.
All right.
I just got this one in Vegas recently.
Very nice.
Yeah, of course, it's pot leaf,
Cannabis.
canna leaf,
Yeah.
and some different styles. You have raw style, and you
That's
also have
the raw style, right? Okay.
yeah, and this is the tumbled, more smooth. So whichever way you prefer, I like them both. And so that's called green adventuring. Um, it helps you with strength, with confidence, courage. Brings good luck, confidence, which is that's why I wore it today. Confidence for that, and
Very
it
nice.
helps with your heart chakra to just step out of your comfort zone and start new
It
adventures.
looked like it worked well for you.
I think for both of us. I think for both of us, it's working good for both of us. Coming together for sure.
So I did hear somebody say the other day something about they like the raw better. What are your thoughts on that?
I just think it's actually just preference. I feel like maybe raw. Some people feel it's more connected to the earth still. It's still just in its natural form. But even the smooth, that can be just more for jewelry sometimes. You can use that for jewelry, more for like maybe when you hold them for worry stones, if you keep them in your pocket, maybe smooth might be a little better.
Gotcha. Don't rip a hole in your jeans.
Yeah. So, but that's good. So, but this morning, did you have any good nutrition? Did you stretch out? What did you do this morning
So I did a little body warm up, just consisting of it's a little bit of stretching with movement, so that way you're lubing up your body pretty much.
Okay.
My morning routine is I start with water, warm water and honey.
Oh,
That
really?
also
Warm water.
Yep, not hot,
Okay.
not hot or cold because they set off different enzymes. So if it's super hot, it helps you lose weight. If it's cold, then you put on weight. If you have it warm, it sets off another enzyme that helps with mucus, helps with energy, helps with like your heart. It helps with like lubing up your joints and just for good energy. So
Yeah,
I like to start with that, and plus it's warm, so it gets like your blood nice and warm, and like you're feeling really good, especially now in the colder time of the year. So then from there, just going to a warm up, just like a little bit of stretching with movement, so to speak, not static stretching where you're just sitting there stretching for a long time or like holding it for like 15 seconds. It's where you're actually like doing reps. So that way you're warming up and strengthening and toning those muscles, but getting ready for your day.
Oh,
I think
cool.
it's perfect for everybody who is just living life, whether you work or you play sports. It's a good way to start the day out.
I mean, I know when I wake up, like I said, I got a bad back, bad knee, so I know I wake up kind of stiff, and I'm bad at stretching. So I definitely want to get into that and learn, what it is I could do to get, like you said, lube your body up for the day, get your energy flowing a little bit, maybe more solid,
Yeah.
and make the stones and the chakras work a little bit more in
get in
alignment.
line, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
So
I
I think
think they're definitely great building blocks for us, for anybody that's trying to get out from where they were out of that rut. And it's just ways, funny to say, stones and energy. Using those stones as a path and a building block for the greater us.
Or even stoned and good energy,
Hey.
For sure, for sure. So
There we
I'm super
go.
excited to start this with you because I'm really happy to be doing this and really doing it, putting it into motion and doing the things. So
Yeah, well, thanks for giving me part of your day. I know you're a busy person, so I'm glad we
we
knocked it
both
out.
are, man. You hardly ever sit down, so I'm glad I got you to sit down for a little bit too. So yeah,
You
we're
helped
we're
me out.
doing we're helping each other out.
Definitely, definitely. Can't wait to see the final product.
For sure, for sure. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and checking us out. Hope these cloud thoughts help you through your day.
Gotta
Let's
end it
take one
right.
more. Yeah, let's do one more before we head out too. Want to take one more little bowl? Let me pack me a bowl here.
Thanks for watching TNT and Dynamite Cloud Thoughts.
Yes, thank you for
And to
tuning
the rest of your day, we
in. Yes,
cheers.
puffs and
Salud.
cheers. Remember to TNT that energy. All right, y'all. We'll catch you next time. Next
Peace.
time in the clouds. Peace.